course, you won a lot in the end. No, I'm very interested in winning because, for example, in the pharmaceutical industry, a lot of money in return.
And how is that handled in the Eastern Equator?
Look, Ecuador as such is a small country of 18 million inhabitants. So a pharmaceutical industry has to produce certain drugs. Don't they produce medicines that are a little complicated because they don't have an infrastructure? Some do, but their productions are not so extensive. It is the number of medicines they import more than those they manufacture. And those who manufacture here have the complication. Since it is a sun, the number of Ecuadorians is very small, 18,000. They will produce 30–40% of medicines between laboratories. Now, with this safeguard that they put in Mexico, most of them are medicines that are imported from Mexico. Why do we care if we don't do it here? Because it's not the investment. Why would this boost and demand that more chemicals be in the process or that they pay you better? Because that way you increase the number of products to produce.
And the demand would be higher too.
And the demand would be higher? So that it is easier for me to come and tell you, Wendell, let's look in China, India, or where they have to produce acetaminophen. Let's sell it to us for X quantity, and we go and negotiate. We set up a company and negotiate it. I am in charge of managing the health registry, BPM, BPDP, whatever we need, and we are better dedicated to marketing, and that is moving. They prefer that people bring it from outside, then be able to manufacture it here. Because of the cost of production is much higher.
Sure, but quality control, that would make a difference. If you want to make a product, I imagine it's better than the competition is not.
You can do it because here, do they give us the facility there? For example, you can't go for a name in a pharmaceutical specialty. In general, most are generic. On the other hand, here, not everyone wants it to be a commercial man. For example, if I tell my mom that she is diabetic, hey, take metformin, she is taking 1G with pre-metformin. Huh? The majority tells me, no. How can I excuse the trade name? It serves me well on metformin, no longer, and it is the same active ingredient. So things like that. I mean, here we have that if it is a brand name, it is better. That's why the laboratories, the vast majority are what they sell. It is to the institutional part. The part of independent pharmacies is very few. And the institutional part you have to depend on. Whether the state pays you or not pays you, or contracts. And those contracts are often linked to other pre-sales.